Hi little pupils, welcome to 5th standard science online class. Take your science book, page number 74. Today we will continue with the 6th lesson, animals, habitat and adaptation. The next habitat is ocean. The ocean is a large continuous body of salt water. Ocean covers 2/3 of the Earth's surface. It is the world's largest habitat. The ocean is divided into 5. They are the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Arctic Ocean, and the Southern Ocean or the Antarctic Ocean. We can see a large variety of fish in the oceans. Some examples are whales, turtles, octopus, jellyfish, seahorse, etc. The next topic is freshwater. Rivers, lakes and ponds are examples of freshwater habitats. Some animals like fish and shrimps can live only in water. If they are taken out of the water, they will die. Some animals can live both on land and in water. So these animals are called amphibians, and examples are frogs, salamanders and reptiles such as alligators. So next see page number 74. Let's remember, you have to fill in the blanks. So first one, name the habitat shown here. Write as desert. Second one, which of these is not true about this place? You have to put a tick. A, it is dry. B, it is sandy. C, water is scarce. D, a variety of plants are found here. So your correct answer is D. That is, what variety of plants are not found here? D. Third one, name any 3 animals commonly found here. Camel, rattlesnakes, ground squirrels. Next is a case study, and it is about olive ridley turtle. These ridley turtles come along the coast of Orissa every year in large numbers to reproduce. But in recent years, there has been a huge decline in the number of these sea turtles due to fishing, vehicular traffic in the sea, and release of pollutants in the seawater. The Gahirmada is a marine wildlife sanctuary where these ridley turtles are being conserved. So this is just for an information. The next topic is about adaptations. The changes in the feature or behavior of an organism that help it to survive in its habitat are called adaptations, or we can say as adjustment to live in the environmental conditions. Different animals show different types of adaptations. It may be in their body coverings, their organs for breathing, their ways of movement, or their eating habits. So first we will see about body coverings. So the first topic is scales. Fish are covered with a layer of flexible and overlapping scales. Flexible means which can be bent, or we can say it is elastic in nature. Overlapping means laid over and over again. So the bodies of reptiles such as snakes, crocodiles and lizards are also covered with scales. Most reptiles have horny scales that prevent loss of water from their bodies. Snakes shed their skin, which is replaced by a new one. Not only snake, but many animals shed their skin. Shedding of skin to acquire a new one is called molting. So next is shell. Animals such as snails, tortoise and turtles are protected by a shell. So when these animals sense danger, they withdraw. That is, they put your hand, head and feet into the shell. So next is wool or fur. So mammals such as sheep and bear have special body coverings. A sheep body is covered with wool and a bear's body is covered with fur. These coverings protect them from rain and severe cold. Next one is feathers. So birds have feathers as their body covering. So wings are also covered with feathers that help them to fly. So these feathers also protect the birds from rain and cold. So the next one is camouflage. Body coverings of some animals match with their surroundings. So this mechanism is called camouflage. It makes the animals hard to spot and protect it from enemies. We can also say that in the grassland, when the lion camouflages itself in the dry grasses to catch the deer, or we can say as hiding itself to the natural surroundings, or made invisible by means of protective coloring. You can say anything. Okay. Some examples of the camouflage are chameleon, lion, tiger, some insects also. So next is fact file. Shark's teeth are actually modified scales. And another one, the porcupine's body is covered with sharp spines. So these spines can give painful wounds to its enemies. So next one is, let's remember. So you have to circle the odd one out in each of the following and give one reason for your choice based on the body coverings. So first one, fish, crocodile, insect, snake. Out of the four, the insect is the different one because the other three are reptiles and they have scales, but the insect is not a reptile and does not have scales. So the reason is insect does not have scales. Second one, feathers, cuticle, fur, wool. Feathers, fur, wool are soft in nature. They are soft outer covering, but cuticle is a hard outer covering. So you have to write it is a hard outer covering. Third one, snake, crocodile, lizard, turtle. So snake, crocodile and lizard are reptiles, but turtle is not a reptile. So the reason is it is not a reptile. You have to circle the answers, okay? So next one is organs for breathing. Different types of animals have different organs for breathing. So human beings and some animals, maximum animals, breathe through their nose and is carried to the special organs called lungs. Fish have special structures called gills through which they breathe. And frogs and earthworms breathe through their moist skin. Frogs also breathe through their lungs when on land. Insects such as grasshoppers and cockroaches breathe with the help of a series of tiny holes along the sides of their bodies, and these holes are called spiracles, or we can say that it is the external respiratory opening. Okay. So next is organs of movements. So organs of movements, animals move from one place to another for food, water and shelter. So they cannot sit in one place. They also need to escape from enemies. So different animals have different organs for movements, to walk or to fly, whatever it may be. So animals such as horses, cows, dogs and cats move with the help of their four limbs, that is four legs. The front two limbs are called forelimbs and the back limbs are called hind limbs. Front two limbs are called forelimbs and the back two limbs are called hind limbs. Humans walk upright and with the help of their two legs, or it is called as lower limbs. The upper limbs are called arms. The skeletal system, which is made up of bones, and the muscular system help in all kinds of movements of a human. So in birds, the forelimbs are modified into wings, with which help them to fly. Birds also have hollow bones, which further help in flying. Okay, hollow means a hole or a space in the middle. So next is, snakes do not have limbs. So they just move with the help of scales present on the underside of their body. You might have seen that. And frogs hop around using their strong and long hind limbs. Hop means jump from one place to another. They also have webbed feet which help them to swim. So you might have seen duck. It also has webbed feet. And fish, dolphins and whales have special structures on their bodies called fins which help them to swim. So these fin-like structures in penguins and seals are also called flippers. So next is the eating habits. Different animals have different food habits. Their teeth are modified to suit the food they eat. Based on the type of food they eat, animals can be grouped as herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. I think you might have studied all these in your previous classes, that is in 3rd or 4th. So according to their eating habits, the animals have different types of teeth. So first one is herbivores. Some animals eat only plants and plant products, so they are called as herbivores. So grass-eating animals such as cows, buffaloes and goats have a thick pad called the dental pad. So with these it helps them to hold and pull out the grass and leaves. They also have broad premolars and molars that help them to grind and chew the grass. Some mammals such as rodents, squirrels, rabbits and rats have very sharp front teeth to gnaw nuts and seeds. Okay, so these animals are called herbivores. So we have discussed it about the dental structure of herbivores. Next, carnivores. Flesh-eating animals are called carnivores. Some examples are lions, tigers, wolves, fox, etc. So they need to attack the prey and tear the flesh. So they have sharp canines to tear flesh and strong jaws to crush flesh and bones. Flesh-eating birds such as eagles have very sharp and hooked beaks that can tear the flesh of small animals. So next one is omnivores. Omnivores eat both plants as well as the flesh of other animals. Both plant and flesh-eating animals are called omnivores. Human beings, bears, crow, dog, cat are some of the examples of omnivores. And they all have well-developed canines for tearing flesh as well as broad and flat molars for crushing vegetable matter. So with this, the lesson number 6, Animals, Habitat and Adaptation, is completed. So children, go through these lesson, read, don't forget to read it, and next we will see the book exercises in the next class. So thank you.